So I see this visit as an opportunity to reaffirm the unbreakable bond between our nations, to restate America's unwavering commitment to Israel's security, and to speak directly to the people of Israel and to your neighbors.
President Obama reassuring Israel today that the U.S. remains committed to the alliance after a rocky first term. It is Wednesday, March 20th, 2013. Welcome to Lunch Break. I'm Wendy Bounds. Joining us now is Colleen McCain Nelson. She is in Jerusalem where she's traveling with the president. Thanks for joining us. It took 4 years and a second term for Obama to make this trip. Why now?
Well, that's the question that everyone has been asking, and at this point the expectations are fairly low in terms of what this trip might yield, but the administration says it's a good opportunity to kind of reestablish a good connection. There's a new government in place both in Israel and in the United States, and they want to get off to a good start, and both Obama and Netanyahu say they're looking forward to working together for the next 4 years. So it's a time when they can come in when there's not an urgent must-do. There aren't a lot of deliverables they're looking for out of this trip, but they're hoping to lay the groundwork for future progress.
Colleen, given some of the tensions in the Middle East right now, in particular with Iran and Syria, are there any top-line risks to the president making such a visit and declaring how strong this alliance is with the U.S. and Israel right now at this point in time?
Well, he certainly is emphasizing that alliance and sending that message. So far, we haven't heard a lot from Obama on Iran and Syria since he's been in Israel, but that's certainly going to be a topic of discussion as he meets with leaders here, and everyone is eagerly awaiting what he might say and what Netanyahu might say also, and to see if there are any differences between the two. They haven't always spoken in concert on Iran in particular, so we're waiting to hear from the two of them to see what differences might exist between the two. But they're certainly emphasizing their friendship, their alliance, that they are standing square together at this point and sending that message to the rest of the region.
Given that this, in many ways, Colleen, is a PR visit almost, we read some comments from Israeli citizens there saying, if this were a very serious visit with a peace process as the goal, we wouldn't hear so much about him being there, but it has been very public. What has been the reception of Obama? Have there been large crowds in the street? Kind of paint the scene for us there on the ground.
Well, there are definitely crowds greeting him in the streets. It's a little early to tell because so far he's been in largely carefully orchestrated ceremonies and meetings, and so we haven't gotten too much of a sense of the flavor for, just kind of the streets of Israel. But as the motorcade's driven through, there certainly have been crowds waiting and waving and with signs and such. The big test will come tomorrow when Obama is set to deliver his speech at the Jerusalem Convention Center. They're hoping to have thousands of young Israelis there. They're really wanting to target this message to the younger population. And so we'll see how the crowd is there, what the reception is there, and how many people show up.
All right, Colleen McCain Nelson, she is on the ground in Jerusalem with President Obama. We'll continue to come to her throughout the day on WSJ Live as we follow this story.